thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for protecting me, for guiding me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, peace, and power to the people to struggle. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space, your space, a space of love, a space of trust, a space for comments, concerns, questions, answers, dialogue, a space for intelligence. This is your space. This is a space where we encourage and build each other up, right? Building and destroying, okay? This is the space for that. High intelligence, okay? All on a collective, united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please make sure all contact information is in the chat for the duration of class. Please make sure all funding information is in the chat for the duration of class. Fund this war effort. Okay, if you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Okay? Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you're already in the bullpen. Don't wait until you're already at unemployment. It's too late then. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence counseling, an intimate relationship abusive consultation, right? Because you're in that abusive situation, whether it's between husband and wife, baby mother, baby father, side chick, whether it's between siblings, okay? That's intimate relationship abuse. Book an assessment. Find out the behaviors you need to be alerted to, okay? What you need to be alarmed by. How to survive and thrive after it. Okay? Remember, the life you save could be your own. Listen up. I know y'all been waiting as long I've been waiting. I have an issue with the Wi-Fi, so if it's a bit, jittery or we go in and out, is because what they were supposed to do yesterday, they didn't do. And just now, homie came, but I couldn't wait any longer. I don't have time to wait. I have things to do. So excuse that. It's a little longer. You understand? And again, I'm doing everything for Dolo. Okay, so now the dude is here, so I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to try to run through class quickly. Okay? Because I got to get it in. I see Cap. So, if possible, someone tag this FedEx lady person. Because I'm starting to believe that she just threw on that uniform because of the frame of the video. And I don't believe she worked for FedEx. That's just me. I'm calling Cap for several reasons. And we'll get into those reasons. But somebody tagged the FedEx lady who said a supervisor told her she shouldn't go into certain spaces. Tag her. Tag the state of Illinois and the city of Springfield. Tag the shot, because y'all 3 hours away. Tag Detroit. Tag who else is close by? St. Louis. You dig what I'm saying? Who else is close by? Indianapolis. Tag all the black folk out in the Midwest. Because I need some clarity on this thing here. Tag the bangers, okay? Tag them drill rappers in them prospective areas and tag the black men. I need clarity here. We do. So let's get this class started. Let's see who's in here and who tagged their classmates. Who's up in here? Let's see. Andrea Jones. Salute, peace and power. Much appreciated. We glad you stopped by healthy, secure, and up and at 'em for class. Okay? Again, the Wi-Fi scattered. I was able to get a few sessions in. If I didn't get to speak to you, we're going to try to do it sometime this evening. Okay? Dust Fro. What up, 517? Uh-oh, Backwards is in the spot. We got the UK's in the building, the Queen comrades. What's going on? Uh-oh, Mrs. Real is in the spotty spot. What's going on? Philip Boone, what up? TC, what up? Zone 864, what up? Jason is in the building too. Jay Real. We got the couple, the Mr. and the Mrs. in class. There y'all go. See Bliz the sniper. Bam! She's in the spotty spot. Jeff Sparks, what's going on? We see you? Yeah. Who? Hold on. Nah. Not bees. Not bees up in the spotty spot. 55 bees. Yeah. Sham Allah. Peace Almighty. 55. Yeah, take them double nickels. On this Wisdom Equality Day. Yeah, you take that. Yeah. Geechee. 55, Geechee. Yeah. We got you, Geechee. Lovely ladies in the spot. Mark Hines is in the spot. Black Leaf. Who is M. Dot? Hey, Ghoster. Sean Jenkins. Yeah. Yeah. Jean. Salute, much appreciated for the early funding of the war effort. Yes, peace and power. Beat. Boss. What's good with you? Mr. Mac, what's going on? Tiara, what up, T? Salute, J. Woo. New Haven, Connecticut in the spotty spot. V. Gibson is in the spotty spot. V. Gibson in the spotty spot. 55. V. Gibson. V. Gibson came to the town and was so busy shaking his tail feather, he ain't get with the kid. Shaking his tail feather in a heat wave. Salute, V. Gibson. George Johnson is in a spotty spot. What up? Yeah, Pork and Greens, what's going on? Oh, Ed, what up? Stephen Gill, Michael Haynes. Yeah, we see you. Uh-oh, hold on. Nah, you ain't in front of the class. What up? What up, cousin? Van Rutledge, what up, Van? Salute. We see you up in here. Hold on. Who? Big Red from Shaolin. All right, we see you. Metal Face, what's going on? Louis Skaggs? 55, Louis. Nah, 55. What up? Yeah. Gene. Hey. Salute. Truth Lady. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. What's going on with you? We see you. We see you. Everybody, Maxwell Trucking. We see you. CC. 55, CC. Yeah. Max, what up? JJ. 55, JJ. Yeah. The Gressler. The Global Hustler. Coco the Bag of Bones. In here from Zurich, Switzerland. With the new song out. Go get it. Yes. Tell them what it is. Go to Underground. It's still in effect. Yeah. Hard Tunes, what up? What? Real ops. What? We see you. Yes, they all need mentors. We all are mentors. We got to get to them. Let's get to it, man. Y'all in here deep. Merklo, what up? Andre Davis, 55. Yeah, hold that. Uh-huh. Yeah. Y'all in here deep. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Now, there's a video floating around. Y'all sent it to me 2 days ago. Don't know how old it is. I don't care. When I first saw it, I started to be suspicious. I did. There were other viral videos ever since pre-pandemic that was talking doomsday this and doomsday that, and this is going to happen and that going to happen. This is what's going on and all this other stuff. And I be calling it out. Organizations, I call them out. Individuals, personalities, viral sensations, influencers, I call them out. Yeah, I call them out. I see you, Kyra. Salute. This now, it may be actual factual, but I think she's capping. I don't believe that, one, she works for the company, and two, that it actually took place. I'm just saying it how I believe it. That in 2024, with all of the business that's going on, with all of the melanated, nappy hair Trumpers running around, with all of that dread head element of buck wild youths running around, with black men becoming more and more involved in community and in the ranks of law enforcement and in the military, that people are scared to perform their duties. I just don't believe it. And what I don't believe is that she said a supervisor said it to her, and that right now, as we sit, that this isn't or hasn't been on conventional broadcast news. I'm not hearing it. Until it goes extremely viral and certain people are making claims, I'm not jacking it. So if you aren't aware of the viral video, I mean, at least viral in our spaces, okay? Remember, things go viral in melanated spaces that don't go viral for the old phase. Things are pushed in melanated timelines that are not pushed in old phase timelines, okay? So in our space, there's a video of a woman in a FedEx uniform in some type of anguish about her not being able to perform her duties because it was dangerous in these areas. Now, she went to say that this is 2024 and she cannot believe that this type of behavior or this element or this energy still exists, okay? Where she's alluding to her being black and not being able to go in certain areas as a worker for FedEx and perform her duties because it is unsafe. Okay? And then she says she's worked for the company for 6 years. She believes she started in 2018 and gave an experience about her, right? Working or being told that in certain spaces in Springfield, Illinois, that she could not go. Or, right? That people are that way. But she specifically said a supervisor told her, you can't go there, when she was supposed to make a pickup. Now, I am very, very suspicious of somebody sitting in a uniform representing a corporation. This is a corporation that is global. This is a corporation, right, that is traded, right? You could buy shares and all this. This is an international corporation. And she's sitting there representing that and saying that a supervisor told her she could not go. You can't go there. Not because she wasn't assigned there, not because of anything other than you're black and you could get hurt. Now, as I've told you many times, I've worked in nonprofits, I've worked in corporations, and when I first was being very open online and candid about my politics, at one time I would wear the uniform of the nonprofit that I was working with, and since I was very vocal and critiquing athletes, entertainers, right, and politicians, I was approached by individuals, the director, an executive director, and the co-founder of the organization that said, yo, you can't do that in uniform. And these are not stuck up, stick in the behind ass dudes. These are ex-violent offenders, individuals who I was raised in the streets with, but because they were now incorporated and receiving monies from different entities, the things that I was saying would damage the brand. It would not be favorable because they were trying to get donations and fundings from these individuals, whether they were hip-hop individuals, or athletes, or politicians. And since the politicians were directly in charge of specific grants and funding to this nonprofit, they said, yo, son, you can do what you want to do on your time, in private, and outside of our uniform. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. You feel how you feel, but don't wear our brand. And of course, at that point, I'm like, that was sus. You know me, I know you, you know how we give it up. But I understand that. And then I had to exit from it. So now I'm saying, hold on now. They want me to believe that this woman, black woman, is in a company uniform saying that a supervisor is saying you shouldn't go there. Not you shouldn't, you can't go there. Whoa. That was sus. Why was it sus? You ask, Bliz. Why was it sus? I was like, because ain't no supervisor in their right mind going to say that to you. Nah. Maybe your fellow co-workers may hip you to that. But for me to believe that this, I guess, whistleblower, that this individual who is putting it all on the line to inform us about specific Springfield, Illinois, and I believe she also said Wisconsin, and she went into, a woman. She just was throwing it out there. So again, I want to be specific here. You know how I am. I went to the company website for FedEx. Yeah, I went because I wanted to see what is company policy as it pertains to protecting its employees. couldn't find anything specific in that language, right? The language that they utilize is protecting employees in the workspace and how you should conduct yourself in the workspace in dealing with customers. But there was nothing where they said that they protect or work to protect the employee. So I said, okay, maybe she whistleblowing on the low. But let's see some of these things on the company site. Report concerns. You know how I move around. I'm not going to go through it, but report concerns. Unethical, illegal, unsafe, or other improper actions are contrary to the FedEx values. These actions can harm our team members, customers, and our brand. By speaking up, you are preserving our culture and protecting others. We can't address concerns unless we first know about them. Now, that's within the company. I'm assuming I have to because that's what they're saying here. Not talking about anything on the outside. But I'm saying if she said a supervisor said that to her, we have to assume, right, that this supervisor knows and would have went up the chain to let corporate know that our drivers are unsafe in this community. Have to be. Because they're encouraging snitching in the corporation. Okay? If you believe a legal policy or ethical violation has occurred, it is your duty to report it to a manager, human resources, the legal department, or the FedEx alert line. FedEx prohibits any form of retaliation against a person who reports in good faith any known or suspected misconduct. So again, that's within the company. So we're going to ride with her on that. Maybe understanding that, she was like, well, I don't have no outlet. But why not go up this chain and say, yo, this supervisor's saying I can't go there. And I may be getting packaged. I may have pickups or deliveries there. And the supervisor told me I can't go there. Why are you online telling us? We're going to hold that now, okay? Trust the FedEx alert line. The FedEx alert line allows you to provide confidential reports of any known or suspected violation of the law. So she would go through the FedEx alert line and let them know, like, yo, this supervisor's telling me it ain't good for black folk over there. Anonymous, all that. So that FedEx, as a corporation, can alert the authorities, who they definitely pay handsome taxes to protect their workers in specific areas. Why are we online with this? Okay? I'm trying to figure it out. You can make a report online or in most countries and territories by calling a toll-free number. Both options are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Virtually anywhere in the world, an independent third party takes all reports. When making a report, you can choose to identify yourself, or where allowed by law, you can report anonymously. Visit FedExAlertLine.com. Okay? The hell you online with us for? I just want to put that right there. Because if you went through that alert line, if you alerted a supervisor, if you did all that, and there was still no relief, you, being a worker and a unionized worker, you would have a case. You going on social media blows that case. So now I got to think again. Is she not too bright, or is she capping? Okay? Ensure non-retaliation, right? All managers are expected to promote a safe environment for team members to ask questions, voice concerns, and report incidents. So now she's being told she can't go there by somebody who she's supposed to voice a concern to before she even went. The manager, she said the supervisor's telling her you can't go there. And then she went for herself and she said she effed around and found out. I just want y'all to be clear on what's going on and what was said and what her recourse could have been. Don't leave it at that. Enforcement, right? FedEx is committed to preventing and detecting behavior that violates the code. This is up in the company. We will take swift action to stop any detected or reported violations of the code and discipline team members who engage in such behavior up to and including termination of employment in accordance with our policies and procedures. So, if she's unable to perform her job, she can lose that job. If she's being told by a supervisor not to do a job, they don't do that, but it's not going up the chain, that's a violation of company policy. It just is. FedEx officers, directors, and managers are responsible for ensuring compliance with company policies and procedures within their area of responsibility. They must also promptly report violations of company policies, illegal acts, and other concerning activity to their supervisor, human resources, or the legal department and implement suitable disciplinary action. Failure to exercise appropriate oversight may subject officers, directors, and managers to discipline up to and including termination. She said a supervisor told her she can't go there. At what point do you say, well, I can't go there, a route I don't need to be given that particular route? You saying that FedEx as a company has a policy where they can say, man, I know Mr. John Grisham needs his package right now because it says, for immediate delivery or immediate pickup, and we only have these melanated, these black employees, that Mr. John Grisham it ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Okay. So did she just throw the supervisor, this unnamed supervisor, under the bus? Yeah, I don't know. Follow safety and security rules. We are committed to maintaining a healthy and safe workplace. We all must follow health and safety rules and protocols that apply to our jobs. This includes keeping an alcohol-free and drug-free workplace. Following these rules help prevent unsafe working conditions. So now, the unsafe working conditions is only on FedEx grounds or in FedEx vehicles, but not on the outside. So you're basically protected within the corporation, but not when the corporation is tasking you to do something on the outside. There's no type of help in that space. That's basically what she's saying. Okay? Now, under that, FedEx prohibits workplace violence, including violent or threatening behavior. By telling me as a black person I can't go there, that is threatening. That is threatening. You're telling me I can't go there. Okay? Now, all threats and suspicious activities must be reported. If you believe you or someone else might be in imminent danger, you should immediately contact your local emergency response numbers in the U.S. When you are safe, report the situation to your manager, FedEx security, and or the FedEx alert line, to which she didn't do neither based on that video. She came to social media and told us, right? Because that's a threat. She went to the other spot and parked up because she went in there and immediately felt out of pocket. She went to Wisconsin and somebody said some stuff to her and she felt the ways. At no time did she say she reported it at all, right? You didn't give FedEx time to jump on the situation in 2024, knowing that you've been rocking with them since 2018. In 2024, you just now going through this, right? I just want to be clear. You did not allow FedEx to remedy these situations that a supervisor informed you on. A threat. But FedEx says, as a policy, you're supposed to respect consumer rights. As a trusted global delivery brand, we have an important responsibility to accurately present our products and services in the marketplace. FedEx is committed to fair, accurate, and honest sales and marketing practices. We treat our customers ethically and fairly. So you mean to tell me FedEx, as a corporation, is going to make sure that they treat your customers ethically and fairly, but not your employees who may be in imminent danger? That's what this video wants us to believe. Now, of course, you got people that's trying to amp up this situation by calling what she went through and aligning it with sundown towns. Now, she never said sundown. She was not specific in whether it was Illinois and the sun was down or whether it was Wisconsin and the sun was down. She never said a sundown town at all. So all the woke folk, conscious folk, and all the weird folk, nobody, they got sundown towns still to this day. Whoa, whack, and all this other weirdness. I'm saying, when I'm looking at state by state, I'm compiling data based on gun violence, because that's what I do. That's something that I've been heavily into for years when it comes to our people and unnecessary gun violence. So I make sure I'm abreast of it. And I see the pockets. And I see how our people, melanated people, are in more densely populated areas, reaching out to the suburbans and stuff like that. And that the level of gun violence between our people is off the chain. We've seen the viral videos of how wild our youngins are. Zero type of time. They not trying to respect nothing and nobody. And definitely on the space of just, again, what they say, crashing out. You mean to tell me that these youngins is allowing sundown towns to just rock out? We're gonna get back to that point. Okay? I want y'all to stay there because we know dudes is bugging. We know that domestic violence and the use of firearms in domestic violence has increased, and as well, when authorities get there, the use of those firearms against authorities is rampant. But you want me to believe that folks are still scared to walk around certain towns? Heavily doubt that. Where dudes is trying to find new areas to hustle. Where dudes' new form of hustling is prescription pills and things of that nature that old phase enjoy. And dudes are not scared to sling to them old phase. Where people in the entertainment industry are creating their whole entire fan base around them O-Face and going to them towns on a regular basis. I ain't hear none of them get ran out of town talking about beat it, Negro. None of them. But we get back to that. So since you were specific to Springfield, Illinois, the home of good old Abe Lincoln, let's do the history and do the numbers on it. Because I think she capping. I think the video is capped. I think by now it would have been on, and if I'm wrong, correct me, it would have been on TMZ or Entertainment Tonight or what is it, the Edition and all that other. I believe that. It would be there. Okay? I haven't seen it. So correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all seen it on TMZ or something like that. And not just flowing through timelines. Okay? Now let's go. Springfield. Is Springfield, Illinois safe? Okay? The D+ grade means the rate of crime is higher than the average U.S. city. Springfield is in the 24th percentile for safety, meaning 76% of the cities are safer and 24% of cities are more dangerous. This analysis applies to Springfield's proper boundaries only. Okay? The rate of crime in Springfield is 34.48 per 1,000 residents during a standard year. People who live in Springfield generally consider the west part of the city to be the safest. Your chance of being a victim of a crime in Springfield may be as high as 1 in 17 in the east neighborhoods or as low as 1 in 44 in the west part of the city. Now, what type of crimes? Because we got to be specific. What type of crimes? You believe it was what? Shelbyville, Illinois, not Springfield? The suburbs. We'll get into all that. I'm glad you brought that up. I will check that, okay? Vehicle theft. Burglary, theft, arson, vandalism, identity theft, drug crimes. Of course, getting bodied, homo, robbery, assault, kidnapping, animal cruelty. I haven't heard anything yet, but I did my research on, lynchings, right? Bias crime. We're going to get into that, but I haven't heard that. Okay? We're going to get there. All right? I need that. Because I can tell you for an absolute fact, bias crimes in New York City, in Brooklyn, borough by borough, have been on a specific and heavy incline because people say it. He punched me in the face because I'm Hasidic. I got kicked because I'm Asian. We got beat on because I'm black. So in the crime stats, that would be problematic for black people who live in Springfield or Shelbyville or any of the other spots around that area. That would be really on the up and up. And I did my homework on it. We're going to get into it. And that's for the residents that live there. Now, people who are coming there to perform a duty. FedEx, United States Postal, right? Of course, if it was something consistent and persistent, then FedEx would know about it. And if them as a corporation, in order to make sure they get money, would do something different in that area. Well, FedEx have certain sites. We don't drive in certain areas because our black drivers, our Hispanic drivers, our Asian drivers are having issues. That would only make sense, right? Corporations save money. They wouldn't want any type of lawsuit from a melanated driver going somewhere and getting lumped up. It wouldn't be company policy not to address that. It wouldn't be a whisper and a secret, because as a supervisor, you knowing somebody may get hurt in this area, come on now, unless you was with it. Unless you were with it. All right? A poll in 2022. Okay? How safe do you feel in this area? Now, I'm going to address that. Hold on. Don't go nowhere, Tyler, because, again, Domino's created a policy, though, for that. That's not just in Bridgeport, Connecticut. That's nationwide. And in a lot of spots, Domino's is not, you got to walk out to your car to get it. To their car, rather, to get it. Yeah. So then we wouldn't think, as competitive as these corporations are, that FedEx wouldn't put that policy in place? Huh? Jerron Jackson, salute, much appreciated for the super chat. How safe do you feel in this area? Based on responses, pretty safe, 63%, very safe, 20%, somewhat safe, 13%. These are the residents. How effective is law enforcement in this area? The police are very visible and very responsive, 44%. The police are visible, but somehow respond slowly when needed, 27%. The police aren't around much, but are there quickly when you need them, 15%. So we got residents saying that 44% of the time you see police everywhere. So now we have to believe that if this is one of those areas that the police are not going to respond to somebody in a FedEx truck calling for assistance. This is what we have to believe now. Okay, based on the video. Now, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, 20.3% of Springfield, Illinois' population is black or African American, right? Yeah. Now, if we're wrong about the town, we could go back and do that stats. But that's what they're saying, okay? As far as that. Yeah. Now, since it might not be, we're going to speak on all the surrounding areas, because that couldn't be the only spot, because there are other locations with less of a black population there. In Illinois, have severe racial disparities in their traffic stops. So that means police is on the scene on a regular basis, and they're stopping black motorists. And I remember about 3 years ago, I seen a documentary on it, how they was compiling this data. And the feds was watching the local police departments in that. In Aurora, police reported that they were 6.2 times more likely to pull over black drivers than white drivers, and 3.8 times more likely to stop Latino drivers than white drivers. For nearby Naperville, black drivers were 3.2 times more likely to be stopped by police. Black drivers in Springfield were 5 times more likely to be stopped. than white drivers. In Peoria, black drivers were 6 times more likely to be stopped. The data collected by police departments themselves and the feds makes it clear that people of color in Illinois have experienced throughout their lives. Police consistently single out black and Latino drivers. Now, if that's going on and police is consistently there, at what point would it be common knowledge for a supervisor to say that you in a FedEx truck can't go there? So now, as a corporation, they can't protect their drivers. This is what she's saying in this video. Police is there on the scene on a regular. Black folks live in these areas in the community, but they're telling her, nah, you can't go there. And then being apologetic, sorry that their people are the way that they are. Now, bias, motivation, categories by year as far as crime in these suburbs of Illinois. Race, ethnicity, ancestry increase from 2020 to 2022. Religion, sexual orientation, disability, gender identity. Types of crimes, crimes against persons, bias crimes against persons was only 234. Now, how many of those were FedEx drivers? Okay. Crimes against property, 144. Crimes against society was only 4. I'm trying to figure out how dangerous it is for a black person driving through there, because we see police is active. Okay, let's continue, because when it's like that, that means our children going to suffer heavily too, right? Because we know that they heavily monitor our children because they view our children as dangerous threats. Okay, so let's get this right. Police, in cooperation with school officials, have written 178 tickets at the school in this part of Illinois since the start of, and they went from 2018 to 2019, 2020, right? That records show that 178 tickets, right? 5 went to white students. 6 went to Latinos. 167 went to black or multiracial students. So we know they profiling our children because they view them as threats and the most dangerous. So now you got police pulling over black drivers. You have police harassing our children, right? But you telling me that you, as a black driver of FedEx, was informed that you can't go there, right? Knowing there's massive police in the area, and that this is going on, that this right here is going on, and if you have no remedy through corporate, that you've been going through corporate to tell them, yo, this is what this supervisor told me. This is what we're supposed to believe, that you feel comfortable sitting online in that uniform and not worrying about being terminated, that you're not worried about throwing that supervisor up under the bus. Because if it's not Cap, and you didn't go through the chains, that you losing your job. And then we're going to be online talking about yo, boycott FedEx for firing her for that, right? This is what we're talking about. When you could have went through corporate to get it done. I'm saying, because this is what I don't want our people to keep getting duped by. They're doing a lot of stuff online to reach into your emotional triggers and believe something is something that is not. Okay, let's continue. All right. Such racial disparities in ticketing are part of a pattern at schools across the state. An investigation by ProPublica and the Chicago Tribune has found. Okay, and we know them kids in these spaces carry them things. We know that for absolute fact. Chi-Town is off the absolute chain, and all of the subsequent suburbs make an attempt to rock just like the Chi. And at no time have anybody of our makeup, melanin, been through one of them towns, gripped up, and an average old face say, boy, you better get up out of town, and didn't get their wig pushed? Okay? I'm asking. At no point up until today, 2024, that they have not come across anyone. And I see you, Moo, as a trucker. You mean to tell me you don't have nothing hot on you at all to you to pull up over and get busy should somebody come and say, boy, what you doing here in 2024? How we moving? If that's the case, and I want y'all to understand this, if that's the case, if we still dealing with that as a global issue, globally racism is an issue, but as a nation, we still going through that. And from yesterday's class, we see in West Virginia, Ophase held 5 children in slave-like conditions after they adopted them. How in the hell do you sit back and believe that we're going to get reparations? I want to know that, because you're saying that everyone is implicit. Everyone is standing down to sundown towns, old face capturing little kids through adoption and making them slaves, all type of midtown bottleneck, you know what we call that. You know, when you get stuck at the light, all this going on, people sitting in Congress, people in the Supreme Court telling elders, y'all ain't suffering nothing, you get no money for it. At what point, with all this going down, do you believe you getting reparations? I just gotta, because you can't have it both ways. I gotta know that. If you're saying that you still have these sundown towns, okay? You still have old face believing in slavery, going to the extent that they saying we're gonna be nice and sweet and good and adopt these little black kids and enslave them, and dudes going on dates with 18 and 19-year-old black girls and dismembering them, and courts siding with them. At what point do reparations come in? I just gotta know that. So either she capping, everybody else is capping, or we in some dumb Wizard of Oz type bizarro world. I'm saying it's too many hammers. I deal with this every day. I know how many hammers black folk have. And no one putting in no type of work at all. No one. So now, again, if we're going to sit with that, y'all got to sit with it. Y'all got to sit with it. Okay? I want to know. I see, she said Wisconsin too, right? Let's see, as of 2021, Wisconsin's black population or African American population was 350,693, which is 7.7% of the state's population. I seen Cool Cal talking about my projects. I seen every video from every spot in the country after 50 years of celebrating hip hop and everything outside of New York City, brandishing heat, sticks, beans, and all that. And you telling me that it's sundown towns and ain't not near Ophir get their head knocked off? I know black truckers that keep them things on them and none of them pop nobody. Now, you're not trying to sell me that. Nah. Not trying to sell me that. Nope. Nah. Not from No Limited Master P. Not from Cash Money. Yeah, nah. Not from all of that. The South, not from the Georgia, not from Florida. These dudes been banging at each other 10 years. Fully on them at 14, ripping people's heads off. And at not near point, nah, that a FedEx driver in uniform, that people living in the surrounding areas. Because if she can't deliver there, damn sure black folks shouldn't be living there. If she can't deliver there, black folk shouldn't be living there. I'm just saying. Either she telling the truth and a lot of correcting need to be done, or she capping. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm not saying that these towns may not exist to this day. Because I know I felt weird as hell going to Massachusetts. Didn't like the damn throughway, the turnpike, none of that. Went into a McDonald's and everybody stared. I didn't give two damn at all. I don't care if it's 40 y'all in this McDonald's. And y'all all stared, employees and all. I'm from East New York. You don't know me. A few of y'all, a good majority with what I got on me is going down. Simple as that. Ain't nobody said nothing. And we know the history of mass. Ain't nobody said nothing. They looked. I felt the energy and the heat, but I know who I am. So you mean to tell me it's black folk living there under pressure? They living there. And y'all living there under pressure? Then it is what it is. Whatever treatment you get, you deserve. If our folk don't live there, okay, that's something different. If you talking about way up in Tacoma, Washington somewhere, or way down in damn Florida Keys somewhere, or whoa in the mountains of West VA, please. But nah, you tell me right around Chicago, right around Detroit, right around Indianapolis and all that, where I'm seeing them youngins running around crazy, and so they just picking on the good black folk. Cause nah, I can't see that. Somebody gotta explain that to me better. Somebody gotta, you got to show me better. I don't believe that. And it was going around heavy for 2 days. I want to see how many people send that same woman, that same video to me today. That's all. I'm just saying certain things go on our timeline to try to catch you, to get you emotionally charged up, to draw you out, to start beefing with each other back and forth and saying all type of weirdness instead of coming from an intellectual space and saying, if that's taking place, what's the remedy? What's the remedy? Is FedEx allowing black folk to be threatened, intimidated, and hurt as a corporation? Then where's the FedEx boycott? I mean, she didn't ask for no relief at all. None. She put people in a space so they could be emotionally charged. What? Yo, what? Word? You right? Fear-mongering. Where was the relief? Where did she go to the company and say, yo, this is what's taking place? What can you do? I don't think I should be here anymore then. Or maybe, y'all sense, where is that at? Where's that at? FedEx is one company easily boycotted, easily workers put them under pressure. UPS, all of them. So you mean to tell me that they're going to allow a black woman to feel and know that she can't go to a certain area? And FedEx is a company, unionized black men and women in there, and not telling us on the outside to boycott at all. Come on, man. Stop it. I was up in arms, calling Cappin took a knee and all, up in arms. Boycott the NFL. As large and as intertwined as the NFL is with several different corporations, you can't boycott the NFL without boycotting Coke, Pepsi, Cablevision, Optimum, all that. You got to turn off your TV in order to hurt them. You don't have to do that with FedEx. Real simple. Yo, we ain't rocking with FedEx. Don't nobody use that no more until I get rectified. Until they make a statement as a corporation that they're protecting black workers at all costs. Then it would make sense. Just throwing shit up online and all that don't make no sense to me, and you can't make it make sense to me. It sounds sus. So y'all could believe it if you want to, and if you scared and live in those areas, and you know you got to be in the house by 7 o'clock in 2024, and you still live there, and you don't have no heat, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Then you damn sure can't say that you're going to get reparations from these people. You can't say that. Because when they tell you no, you don't have a show of force to force them to do it. You can't even walk outside your door. You can't go up against the local yahoos. You ain't taking the federal ones on. It's just that simple. Truth is simultaneous. It is what it is. Truth happens in the same time. Okay? Just like they telling you that they can't and you can't and no one can't. Of our shade can go there. At the same time, we got youngins with that stick. And they could knock them same people right up out of here. Okay? Just that simple. Truth is truth. Where's your intelligence? Put your perspective and your belief system on the line. Again, all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Make sure you get home safe. Since we worrying about sundown towns and all that, get back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. If you're nervous, it's summertime, so you got another 3 or 4 hours based on where you live to get home now. Y'all hurry up now, get home. The old phase is coming, so get home. Okay? You hurry up now. Yeah. Since we out here talking like Chicken George and them. Hurry up now, Kizzy. Since we out here believing that this is going on, and if it is, we not doing nothing about it. Yeah. Hurry up now. The suns is going down. And these old phases are coming. Yeah. The pill popping old phase. The meth smoking old phase. The withered weak. Oh, the old phase is coming. We better get indoors. Fuck out of it. Come on now. Classroom assistants, much appreciated for holding it down. Okay, as always, if you funded the war effort, much appreciated. I seen one or two of y'all. Super chats, much appreciated. New subscribers, welcome to class. Okay, I don't deal with fairy tales. Not at all. Salute, D-Fat, salute. What's going on? Pork, greens, moo, everybody. Y'all know how we do. I'm hearing the dude. Hopefully, I have Wi-Fi soon or whatever. We might could get another class in and all that. But protect yourselves. If y'all shook, you know, if Moface got you on your heels, you know, we can have a class on specific strategies to keep them up off your neck. But you got to have the heart. I could tell you anything up here. Right here, I could tell you how to move and get this moving. But if you don't have this right here, shit. Young Sheldon will scare you. You scared of old phase? Young Sheldon to do it. Move, much appreciated. You understand? Come on now. You can't tell me you tough. You can't troll me. And you worried about old phase? You can't troll me because I'll give it to you. And matter of fact, before I breathe, because see, people have a habit of doing it. I want every troll to know that when you're making these fake YouTube profiles and IG pages and you got these little pictures on and you got dark glasses and you're trying to look like somebody from an 80s movie, a villain in the basement, as if I'm shook, I keep telling y'all, I am the most approachable person in the street because I am a super predator. Yeah, I had no problem with Hillary saying that. That's how I was. Very approachable, very loving, like the spider web. Like the crocagator, you know? The crocagator when he's smiling while he's chewing your ass up. Yeah. I don't play when it comes to disseminating violence. So all that trolling and trying to talk tough, and I take pictures of everything and everybody. I look at these pictures on a daily basis since I've been getting trolled, since I've been online, I get threatened twice a day. And I take these screenshots and I look at every one of them every day My family be bugging. They like, why do you do that? Because that was my job in the streets. We didn't have what they have today. So I had to remember what a dude looked like if we was going to get up on him. Yeah, them ghetto stars, them big ballers, them hustlers. We had to have homework because sometimes I didn't know the people and we didn't have pictures. So we had to make mental notes on dudes that we walked down, on dudes who are bandits. And I know faces. So when I catch your monkey ass for you walking up and thinking you don't know or I don't know who you are, you're going to be sadly mistaken. That box cutter going to do something real decent. Very approachable. I love my people, but I'm not Malcolm. Not Malcolm. I don't trust my people to that degree because I know y'all scared of old face. So the old face is going to try to send one or two or three of y'all at me. These delusional trolls who don't agree with the class. It's going to do something stupid. That's just how it is. But East New York trained me well. I keep telling you, if you don't know about the East New York section of Brooklyn, look it up. Look at the documentaries on the 75th precinct. Okay? Look up our stats. Historically, please know that John Gotti ain't from Queens. He's from East New York. We got the original Murder Inc. Those demons run deep in us. This is what we did in the streets. Every rapper you know got somebody from East New York with them, been with them, around them, because that's where they come to feel safe. They need one of them dudes that's not playing, that just don't care, that's aware of how other wolves move. And I'm not no new one. I was raised in it. I'm from the Ed Koch administration. We're getting beat up by police wasn't nothing. We took that. I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. Look it up. So while you're trolling, while you're threatening, you're going to get what you asked for, okay? And on that note, 55 gang, get y'all grades up.